graduation, especially for Mr. Alexei Petrov going for his 6th degree black belt. Give him a hand, guys. I apologize for the delay. There's no out of control. Grandmaster McNeely was supposed to be here at 10 o'clock this morning. You missed like 4 or 5 flights beyond that because of just issues with the flight. No control of this. Small academy, small walls. Please limit your talking, especially when it gets kind of relaxed as the time goes on. Limit your cell phones. Limit the talk. If you have to talk, go outside. Very serious day for us. We're traditional martial artists, so please pay your respects. We're going to watch their patterns, watch their sparring, watch their board breaking. It's a very big day. They've worked very hard for this situation. Mr. Petrov going for 6th degree. Mr. Mike Ward going for 3rd degree. Mr. Vanessa going for 3rd degree. 2nd degree, 2nd degree, 2nd degree. Let's give them a big hand, guys. Very nice. Grandmaster McNeely is sought after all around the world. I've trained for a very long time. When I say sought after all around the world, I really mean sought after all around the world. I've traveled to Europe, Korea, Russia with him, and he's a king around the world. So let's give him one more big hand. Mr. Petrov told me that you guys were already warmed up. He said, listen, there's no necessary... Unless you want to warm up, you okay?
Yes, I would like to.
Small warm up, but he said he didn't want to warm up, but we'll do a small warm up for this guy. And then we'll go right into it. You're in for a big treat. Great job, guys.
Have a seat just for a second, please.
Sure, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being here and for your patience. I apologize for the, well, no, for American Airlines. But it's really finally good to be here on the ground. And, well, we were sweating bullets. I thought we could do it maybe by video, by the iPhone, but I couldn't get any service on the plane, so go faster. Anyway, this is a very special evening, and thank you for being here and supporting this as a public witness, if you will. And martial art is a very personal experience, and people, a part of their personality is defined by that, and they take that really, really serious. The good ones do. Up to the first level of expert, it takes over 10 years of study to do that. In most cases, you could get a PhD or a doctorate by that time, right? This case is very unusual because Mr. Petrov, he was a young boy. He trained literally his whole athletic life. And it's well over 20 years, training very diligently, not once in a while, continually training, continually studying, traveling, competing, teaching, promoting it. You know, it's really a lifestyle that you have to admire. I do, you know, for the good personal development that it brings. And number 2, also the strength and hope and skill and confidence that he brings to the community. You know, that's a very rare and unique situation, and we bid him very, very good luck tonight. So we'll see how he does. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. But thank you for being here. Let's get you guys warmed up. Please stand.
Sir.
OG.
OG, yes, sir.
Command, ready, stance. OG. And Chi.
Sir. hold it, sir.
Roll. Show.
Sir.
준비. Move back. No count. Ready. Check.
上走3，来，秀。Say John.
Yes, sir.
Say John.
Yes, sir.
준비. Say John. No count. Say John. 시작. 시작, sir. 바로. That's when I have to have it so sung.
Sir.
So sung. Have it.
Yes, sir.
준비. So sung. 시작. 서상 정사 하루 시작 현재 오다메 씨 door shut ready ready okay back. Back. Your hand up.
Multiple attackers. Mr. Petrov has prepared a self-defense demonstration for you. Not only hand-to-hand, but potentially some other things coming at him. So just enjoy this. Ready?
Turn around. Now, 3, 1. What do you want?
would conclude the physical part of the promotional testing for this evening. And then I am an international director for the World Taekwondo Alliance, and I have the grading authority. At this time, I would like to administer the results that I would endorse and sign the signatures for the certification diplomas for all these guys passing today, including Mr. Petrov for the 6th degree black belt. I'm sure he's happy.
To witness my class. But before we dismiss, I have a few things to give out, like a little appreciations. I have a little plaques that I made for a few people. And I promise you that only will take like 10 minutes. I'm not going to talk for 30 minutes. It's going very fast. The reason, every warrior has this creed. Iron sharpens iron. So it's not just one person that trains and becomes a warrior. There are people around this person that makes this person better. And there are people out there that they help you to become better. You know, I train, but yeah, there are people out there who push me forward, who challenge me to become better. So I'd like to just give you a few plaques today. When my wife and I, when we opened the business, actually before we opened the business, I told her, you know, when we'll have this business, we're going to meet a lot of very, very good people. And she said, really? I said, yes. There are going to be a lot of really, really good people, and you'll be amazed. It's going to be so good. She said, okay. So, and you guys make it public. A lot of you come here to my studio, and again, thank you for coming and making this happen. But there's one person here. He's kind of a young kid, and he came to me from actually his tennis coach brought me, and he said, this guy, he's big, he's strong, everything, he's really good. He gets in the tournament and he gets a little on the edge, and he doesn't really compete, get it done on the tournament. I said, yeah, sure, we'll bring it in, and maybe we'll see what we can do with his confidence. Well, he started taking lessons, and then he just got gung-ho. He started training every single day. He got his black belt. He's on the way to get his 2nd degree black belt here. Not only that, he even goes further. He comes here every day and he helps me to teach classes. And you will not believe how old he is, because every time I tell you, he goes, what, really? Because he's very good. He's very mature, and he does a really, really, really good job here. And you know, last year, when my mom, she was in the hospital, and I just had to leave, but I couldn't just close my business for a week, you know. So I looked at him and I said, man, can you teach classes for me? This guy did not even blink. He said, yes, sir, just go, I'll take care of it. And I looked at him and I thought, nah, you kidding? But he had a lot of confidence, and he said, I'll do it, I'll take care of it, don't worry about it. So I went to another state to see my mom, and he took care of like most of the classes. He did a really, really good job, and I'm really, really thankful to this guy. He still comes here, he still trains. And I want to give him this plaque. And again, on this plaque it says, iron sharpens iron, in appreciation for your support, dedication, and selfless contribution to the martial arts and the Impact Martial Arts Academy. And I want to present this to the Mitchell Larkin. Iron sharpens iron. He comes here every single day. He's actually my very first student. He comes here every single day. So when he comes here and trains every single day, and I look at him and I go, I gotta train, man. More than him, because he's gonna surpass me with his pace. So I gotta train twice as hard, because this guy is pushing me. So it's truly, he physically pushes me to get on the next level, to train harder. Because I can't let my students surpass me, you know? I mean, it's good, it's a compliment, but hey, I have my pride too. So I have to go, this guy comes here every day, and even if he he misses a class, he goes, look, I got to work. I said, listen, you go work. Don't even tell me. Go and do your stuff. He says, no. If that will not happen, I'll come to class. I said, don't worry about it. Take a break. But he comes every day. He works really hard. And same thing. He helps me a lot with the studio. Same thing as Mitchell. When I have to leave, I say, hey, can you teach the class for me? He says, yes, sir, no problem. He never says no to me. Always works hard. Always ready to help me. Once more, I'm going to read this out. Iron sharpens iron, indeed. I have appreciation for your support, dedication, and selfless contribution to the martial arts and to the Impact Martial Arts Academy. I want to present this remark to the wiki. When you're a warrior, there are many different levels, where you have to train. You have to train physically to stay sharp. So your sword got to be sharpened all the time. So you got to train. You got to train your mind so you don't become obsolete, right? So you can make good decisions. You also got to train spiritually so you stay strong. And if you guys get to know me really close, you know that I come from very religious background, very religious. My parents were very much involved in the church in Russia. As a matter of fact, my father, most of his life, he literally spent in the prison camps in Siberia. He actually died in Siberia in the camps, just because what he believed, and he was anti-government, and he was a very religious fellow, so he was persecuted for that. He died in camps. So with that said, when I came to Tampa, I got lazy, spiritually. I got lazy, there's no way around it, I got lazy and I got lazy. So when I opened the studio, this family came up to me and started training with me. And they tried a class. Next thing I know, they're gung-ho. They're training really hard. Mom, dad, and their daughter, they're training really hard. Every day they come to class, they train hard. Their dad goes even crazier. He goes, man, I want to learn everything. I want to learn Haganah, I want to learn gun disarms, I want to shooting, everything. I said, okay, calm down. So we started training. And one time, this family comes right into my face and say, hey, come to church with us. And I said, yes, sir. Yeah, I really should. But, you know how people say but? When they first start training martial arts, when they want to start training martial arts, you say, come work out with us. They say, no, let me lose some weight first and then I'll go work out. And they say, what? You lose weight while you work out. It doesn't make any sense. So anyway, so there's a but always. So I told him, but, I can't do this time because da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And he goes, okay. I said, but listen, keep bugging me because I need to get back on the track and so forth. So long story short, this whole family, the Almighty set them on my way, and they put me on the right track, and we're back to the good spirit training session, so to speak. So again, I'm really thankful for these people to come in over here, and again, pushing me to the next level, whether it's spiritually, whether it's physically, mentally. They come here, and they push me to the next level. And I would like to present this, and again, iron sharpens iron. By the way, iron sharpens iron. You will find this in the Old Testament, when David was fighting different enemies. You will find this quote, ironically. Anyway, iron sharpens iron. This is an appreciation for your support, contribution, and selfless dedication to the martial arts and the Impact Martial Arts Academy. I would like to present this to Carmen and David Kenner. Very quick. All right, this guy. Also, iron sharpens iron. So when I first came to Tampa, I went to the South Tampa and I was training really hard on the punching bag and I was hitting that bag and working really, really hard. So this guy shows up, he goes, looks at me, goes, who are you? I said, Russian. He goes, okay. So he goes, so do you own a karate school or something? I said, no, I'm a programmer. I actually work for this company. I do programming. He said, what are you doing? The way you train, you should be owning your own studio and you should train. And I looked at him and I said, look, I cannot make a living in martial arts today because I've seen so much, and I've seen so many people fail, or if they don't fail, they just survive from day to day. They just don't make it, and I don't want I don't want that living, you know, I don't want this type of living, and, you know, it's romantic, but hey, if I ever have a family, I gotta support the family, I don't wanna get into this. He said, look, listen, you gotta listen to me. He said, you have been hanging around wrong people. You gotta come with me, I'm gonna introduce you to the right people, and you're gonna see what, you know, how you can make a living out of it. And I said, yeah, okay, another one. But then he goes, no. I'm gonna send you to this business seminar. We're gonna go to the Jacksonville, Tallahassee. You gotta go to this business seminar, and they're gonna show you how to do this right. And I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. So I went, and I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. So I opened the studio. Then when I opened the studio, I had nobody. And there are times when I had to go out and do demonstration. I called this guy and said, listen, I don't have anybody, can you just come with me to the demonstration? He said, no problem. Doesn't ask me anything, just comes in, we does demo together. We sign up people. And there's nothing I could give him but just say thank you, you know, because there's really nothing. He said, don't worry about it, you're all good. So when we go forward, then one time we train together and I tell him, look, I want to expand myself. I want to get into the knife fight, I want to get into the firearms and all that. So I got a man for you. So he introduces me to the Haganah, to the Israeli self-defense system, and I start training in the Haganah. So 5 years into it, I get all into it. Then we train even further. We train further, he goes, I know you can kick this punch really, really well, but can you survive on the ground? And I look at him, I go, my ground game is kind of not there. He said, you got to do it. I said, okay, all right. I said, but I have a hard time finding the right instructors. So he goes, I got a man for you. So he introduces me to this, like an 8-time world champion, Hobson. Warren Hobson, he's really, really good jiu-jitsu instructor. So he pushed me further, so I started training jiu-jitsu. So this guy constantly pushes me, so to become better and greater. And I would love to give him this, really would like to thank him, because I always say thank you, and I never give him really anything because I can't really give him thank you. I say just thank you. So, and again, iron sharpens iron. Again, this guy pushes me further to become a better in my business, to become better as a martial artist, better as an instructor. So, again, an appreciation is the iron sharpens iron, an appreciation for your support, dedication, selfless contribution to the martial arts, the Impact Martial Arts Academy. I would like to present this to the Anthony Kuntz. Things and that's it, I promise. This is the one thing. Again, iron sharpens iron. When I was, well, first of all, not too long ago, I read this quote, and the quote said, if a teacher, an okay teacher teaches, a good teacher explains, a superb teacher demonstrates, a great teacher inspires. So with that said, when I was 15 years old, I saw this Blackbelt demonstration. And this guy got out there and he did his pattern. And at the time, I kind of knew kicks and punches, and I thought, and when he did the pattern, I thought, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful, that was the greatest thing ever. My eyes got big and all. Then he gets out and he does this self-defense. And he did self-defense, I kid you not. He would throw this kick and a punch full speed. And he would come to his opponent, not an inch, not a half an inch, but probably about hair width away from the nose. And you know, you look like you watch, and the foot goes just like this, and you think, man, he's gonna break his nose. So this guy goes so fast and so amazing. And again, I look at him and I go, and my jaw drops. I go, oh my God. Then he gets out, he takes the board just like this, flips it in the air, he spins it around and breaks the board. At that point, I'm salivating, my eyes like this, I go, I want that. I said, I want that, I want to be just like this. So, 15 years later, I'm testing for my 5th degree. This man tests for his 9th degree. So now, at this point, I know what he's doing. He tests for his 9th degree, he gets up and he does his pattern. And this pattern, amazing. But at this point, I have a much better appreciation for this because I know what he's doing. There are 15 principles of power, the hip twist, the focus, the acceleration, so forth and so forth. And he executes every principle of power in this pattern, which is a lot of work. Like when you train, you know what that means. So it's amazing. Then he goes out and he does the self-defense. And when you get it, the self-defense is amazing. He spins around, he kicks, it's just amazing. Then he gets out, he takes that board, he throws it in the air, he spins it around and goes, knocks the board. And I go, I gotta do this one day. For my 60th, I gotta do it. So it was amazing. So this man truly inspired me to become martial artist. Every time I trained or I'm still training, I have this picture of him training and guys doing his kicks, and that's just how I train. I think this guy just does it just like this, and I have to do it just like that. So again, this is inspiration, not just to me, but I know it's worldwide, it inspires people. So I would love to present this. Again, iron sharpens iron. In appreciation for your support, selfless contribution, and for being an inspiration to the martial artists worldwide, Grandmaster McNeely. One more thing. All right, so I told you all the stories. It's within, even when Mr. Kunz told me, you can do this with martial arts studio. Grandmaster McNeely says, you can do this with martial arts. I go, yeah. This woman looks at me and she goes, you gotta do it, baby. If you don't do it now, you will never be able to do it. And I said, okay, but what if we fail? It's not like we have $1 million in the bank. If I fail, I'll just do something else. If we fail, it means we have nothing. And we have a baby in the way. She goes, we won't fail, we're going to be all right. All right. So we open the studio. And when we opened the studio, for the most part, we did things here ourselves. I contracted some people, but some things I did it myself. This woman, while she was pregnant, she painted this whole studio by herself. I told her, look, do not paint, you're pregnant, what is this, what is that? She goes, yeah, okay. And she just did the whole thing, man. She painted, and she helps me throughout everything. She helps me, while I do my martial arts and I train for my test. She makes sure that my kids are fed. She makes sure that my kids are well dressed. She makes sure that my kids are done homework. She makes sure everything is perfect in the house. And for men, it's important, right? When I come to my job, I'm relaxed. I can do my job. I can train. I can do whatever. But if something's not right at home, then we can't do anything, right, man? That's how it is. So, anytime you guys see that any pictures over there, my wife created those pictures. I have nothing to do with it. She does all that. All I do is I come here, I train, and I teach classes. I was thinking about giving her a plaque, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. So I was going to give her this little thing right here that will match her ring. So anyway, I would like to present this to my wife, Petrov.
Something like this, isn't it? And that's really a good thing about being involved in Taekwondo and a Taekwondo family around the world. And anyway, just without going on belaboring that too much, I appreciate you having me here and being a part of this. And I hope that he has inspired you too. And it goes on and on. Anyway, with that, at this time I have just the one certificate. You guys are coming, but this one I brought special because I knew it was going to be. He's going to burn the house down, right? So this is from behalf of the World Taekwondo Alliance. And by the way, the World Taekwondo Alliance is endorsed and membered by the original pioneers of Taekwondo, the masters that created the art and proliferated around the world to be the most popular martial art on the planet. Endorsed the WTA for its traditional values and gold standard. And with that, it's my privilege to present this lifetime achievement for the 6th degree black belt to Mr. Alexei Petrov. For the testing, and then I'm sure you may want to take a photograph or congratulate him. Next to flag.
Face to Grandmaster McNeely. Tonight.
Face your student. Today.
Mr. Dismissed. Good job.
Is he allowed to back away. He has his It's a really big one. No, big yeah, just don't cut my hand, man. Mom, do you want me to cut it? I got the Thank you, sir.